Hey, what up everybody? Fisherman Steve coming at you here today. I got a good little video today about a match that's been named for the Night of Champions pay-per-view. Honestly, I think this is going to be a match that I think that a lot of people aren't going to pay that much of attention to because it's only a United States Championship match. But these are two guys that honestly, in my mind, every time they get into the ring, these guys find a way to have a good match. Sheamus versus Cesaro. I think you guys saw from the 2K live stream from SummerSlam with them doing the video game unveiling. These guys really are friends with each other. They really do like playing off each other, and I think when they get into the ring, they have a great chemistry. These are two guys that are going to go in there. They're going to beat the holy hell out of each other. Anytime they get a chance, they're going to hit each other as hard as they can because that's just what their gimmick is in WWE, and that's what I really like. These dudes that come straight out of the 80s, almost like comic book heroes. Cesaro, I know I was really down on his last United States Championship run, and but he just needs anything that's going to kickstart that career going for him. I know that a lot of people saw after he left Paul Heyman, he tried to go off on his own direction by joining up with Triple H. That didn't really work out. After about a week, that was scrapped. I think it was actually from one Raw to the next Raw, so it was actually 1 week, and they had already thrown that idea out the window. I know everybody out there who watches wrestling is a big Antonio Cesaro fan. They're really rooting for this guy. They've watched him come up from the Kings of Wrestling, work his way through NXT, and here he is a few years into his run on the main roster, and they want to see this guy become a main eventer one way or another. I think he would be an awesome heel going after the championship. Not only that, I think everybody remembers how fun the run was when he became a guy that they were putting into a championship match at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view in order to make him look like a big deal. He had a great match with John Cena. He had another match with Randy Orton on SmackDown and on Monday Night Raw. And I think that's what really got him the mainstream attention for the people who hadn't really watched him on the independents. And watched him down in NXT, that was really like, whoa, this guy almost beat John Cena. Whoa, this guy beat Randy Orton. This is going to be the real deal. Once he gets in there, he's definitely a guy that isn't just filling up a pod. He's a guy that actually has a chance in order to win this thing. The push from Paul Heyman really didn't go the way a lot of people thought it was going to. Some people thought they were going to split him off and really go with some sort of a run after Brock Lesnar. I really didn't think at this point of his career he was on pace to go for Brock. But Cesaro versus Brock in a match is a lot better than a lot of the other possibilities that some people are tossing around. I think that they could work really well in there, and it'd be fun. Definitely, I'm rooting for Antonio Cesaro to get the win over Sheamus. I haven't really said a whole lot about him. Sheamus does surprise me every once in a while, but most of the time, I'm not the biggest fan of his. But this is going to be a fun Night of Champions show. It's always worked out to be a good one. I put up reviews of the last few on my channel here. I've got videos about... what was it? I've watched 3 of them in the last few days. I think I've watched 2007, 2008, and 2009, and we'll keep going from there. I still got to do 2010 and 2011. But thank you, everybody, for watching. Night of Champions coming up in a few weeks. It's going to be a great pay-per-view. Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. Make sure you give the WWE Network $9.99 a month. Get you hooked up on that. Peace out, everybody.